Got a lot to talk about today. Mr. Matt Araiza. Can the Celtics make history? And, of course, Morant feeling sorry for himself. Before we get started, make sure you guys smash that like, that thumbs up, and, of course, subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications that way you don't miss a stream or content. As far as Game 5, that'll be tomorrow. I will be streaming it, so make sure you lock it in. That'll be tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Question of the day. It'll be in the comment section. And also, if you're watching this later, then make sure that you actually comment on it down below. But the question of the day, should Morant be kicked out the NBA? That is the question right now. I didn't come up with this question. I actually seen this question on Twitter. Bunch of different things going back and forth as far as within those questions. Or within those answers. So I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys have to say about that. Obviously, we'll figure out the poll at the end of the stream. But let's go ahead and get into the show. We're going to start it off with Mr. Matt Araiza. Now, I think it's very important. That I do address a couple of things. In my previous video, when this first happened, I said that Mr. Ariza should have been kicked off the team if he was found guilty of the accusations. Well, he was not found guilty, and here we take accountability for the things that we say. So I'm going to say that I was wrong, and I'm going to apologize to that man because he was not found to be guilty. So, can Mr. Matt Araiza have a second chance? I think he should. We should think he should, right? People do deserve a second chance, especially when they've been falsely accused of things or they've been accused of things that are false. So, the New York Jets will host Matt Araiza for a workout Wednesday. The free agent punter's agent told ESPN's Adam Schefter Ariza has been out of the NFL since being released by the Buffalo Bills last August, 2 days after a lawsuit was filed accusing him and two former San Diego State teammates of being involved in an alleged gang, not going to say that word, of a 17-year-old girl. Ariza may not have a clear path to a roster spot with the Jets, who signed veteran punter Thomas Morstead last month and gave him $1.1 million guarantee and a $1.3 million contract. The San Diego District Attorney decided last year to not press criminal charges against Ariza, and San Diego State announced last week that an internal investigation found no wrongdoing by Ariza. The school also said none of the former students named in the lawsuit is subject of a current investigation, although it reserved the right to reinstate an investigation if there are new developments. Standard stuff, obviously. Ariza was 21 at the time of the alleged incident, has maintained his innocence. The civil case remains ongoing in the matter. Well, we know why that is, right? We know why that is because, they want the money, right? Because if it was criminal, it would have been told to the police when it first happened. But because Ariza ended up with the Bills, you get all this news, major lawsuits, accusations, and all this good stuff. So, now that it has been found to be false accusations, I would say that Mr. Matt Araiza deserves a second chance. And, the biggest thing to me is this, and which this is something that I'm going to start working on myself, really, really digging in and doing research. It's really important because not just me, but a lot of other people as well, when this story first broke, it's always quick to judge. We're quick to judge. We're quick to say, oh, this is, this actually happened, or what we think in an opinion, and kind of, vilify the person being accused. But there are one-off situations in which the person didn't do something, and unfortunately, in this society that we're in, their careers can be ruined, reputation ruined, and they don't always get a second chance. So I am hoping that he does, and I'm hoping that he has a career down the road. So, speaking of careers, listen, In the last stream, someone had asked me about Mr. John Morant, right? And I said that I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't really want to go back into beating someone that was, that was down. We already talked about it. We already went over it. And we addressed a couple things as far as, how one should be in the NBA, how one should be a potential role model, even at the age of 23, right? You're given millions of dollars to dribble a ball. People look up to you. And essentially, you would think that you would want to have the best interests of the people around you as well as the people that you influence. But here we are again talking about John Morant. John Morant needs to man up as he posted a cryptic post amid gun vid backlash. Says bye. Now, I don't feel sorry, right? You make a mistake, you try to correct it, we overlook it. You make two mistakes, well, now we start to question what's really going on and if it's intentional. Story states John Morant has fans concerned over a cryptic note shared to his social media account on Wednesday after the Memphis Grizzlies star showed love for his family before simply saying bye. The messages were quickly deleted from the All-Stars Instagram page just minutes ago, but screenshots have been shared all over, which has sparked thoughts and prayers being sent from his supporters. Listen, first off, if you meant it, why delete it? Why post something up like that and then delete it unless you were looking for attention? Don't you already have enough attention?
Emotional damage.
John Morant's Instagram story had "Love you, Ma," "Love you, Pops," "You the greatest, baby girl, love you," and then bye. Come on, people. Come on. Who in John Morant's camp is able to talk to him and really dig in? Really, really get him some help so he can stop seeking attention, right? Because obviously now with stuff like this, I'm seeing someone that's spiraling, right? As far as what happened with, the social media videos with him waving a gun and all that kind of stuff, fine. Obviously you're looking for attention in that, right? The big thing that I have an issue with is what kind of attention are you looking for? Because you're on TV every night. That's not enough attention for you. You have to go way out of the box. And now people are sympathizing and thinking something's wrong. This is a grown man who makes millions of dollars to play basketball. But hey, once again, we're going to say that he needs help. We're going to feel sorry. And we're going to hope that he can get better. Because, there's not other issues out here that we need to address besides a basketball player who makes millions of dollars being coddled for the decisions that he makes as a grown man. But hey. Next story. My goodness. If you were here for Game 4, we had a great night. Boston Celtics looked a little shaky in the beginning, came back strong to win. Now, no other team has done this in history, came back from a 0-3 deficit in a conference finals. But the Boston Celtics are looking like they want to do it. So, let's get into this story. Can the Celtics make history? Let's see what Mr. Stephen A has to say.
I think their chance is slim, but I certainly can't say none, and here's the reason why. You got Game 5 coming up. Obviously, they have to win that game. They go home. They're 10-11 at home over the last two postseasons. 4-5 this season. if somehow they manage to win, they've actually been better on the road. So it's conceivable that if Boston wins, the pressure obviously shifts to Miami in Game 6 because you are up.
Well, of course. But I think right now the Celtics have the momentum because everybody expected the Celtics to get swept, just like the Lakers did. But I said, and you can go back to the other streams, I said that the Celtics were not going to go down like the Lakers would. And they did not. They came back and won. So now I would like to think that the Celtics have the momentum, especially considering how Jason Tatum showed up in the third and fourth quarter and put the Celtics on his back. But let's continue on.
3-0. Now you would only be up 3-2. And then you got Game 6 on your home court with the specter of a Game 7 and history being made if you lose a 3-0 lead. And so because of that, the chances are slim. Although I feel it's slim, I still say, wait a minute. Game 5 obviously is everything, but that shifts the pressure. If Boston wins Game 5 Thursday night, tomorrow night.
Okay,
I mean, we're talking about Game 6 in Miami. I mean, if you're Miami, you don't want to have a Game 7 forced in Boston after having a 3-0 lead when no one in the history of the sport has ever surrendered a 3-0.
And that's going to be the general theme. If Boston obviously wins Game 5, takes it back to Miami, all the pressure's on Miami. In which, not to say that Miami's not a great team, because they are. Jimmy Butler's been balling. Bam Adebayo's been doing his thing. Duncan Robinson's even been showing up off the bench. Caleb Martin, he's been balling. So you've got a great squad there that can get it done. But it's not to say that Boston can't do it as well. And that is why the matchup predictor is 81.9% for the Boston Celtics for Game 5. 18.1% for the Miami Heat. Getting into the spread, Boston Celtics are favored by 8. Minus 320 on the money line. Over-under is 215.5. Plus 250 on the money line for the Heat, which is, you never know. And I just don't see Miami taking the win in Boston. It's going to be a crazy, crazy crowd. It's going to be hyped up. Boston's coming to play. And without a doubt, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to streaming it. And like I said, I will be streaming Game 5 tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, can the Celtics make history? That is the question. I think it's a good chance. I'm going to go with the Celtics do. And they will add this to the list of achievements for the Celtics organization. I think the Celtics make history. I think they come back, take it to Game 7. We have an amazing finale, and they'll move on. And it'll be the Nuggets versus the Celtics in the NBA Finals. Let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe. And, of course, I will see you guys tomorrow night. It's your boy Jay. Have a good day, y'all. Peace out.